Welcome to the first match of the finals elimination bracket of the Alliance Tournament 9. This is Zastro and Shadu, who have once again plunged into the hot, dark, and kind of smelly commentary cave to bring you our incisive commentary. The first two teams are on the field, and they have some different setups here today. Perihelion looks like they're bringing 3 Tengus, a Drake, a Scimitar, a Hugin, a Cormorant, Thrasher, and 2 carries, while Kadeshi are bringing 2 Max, a Scimitar, a Hugin, 2 Hugins, a Thrasher, a Saber, and 3 carries. Look at all these carries. What do you think about this, Shadu?
This is an interesting lineup. What we look to have from the Kadeshi is a Minmatar Rush team with Macarios. I had a quick look at those Macarios and it looked to me like they were autocannon fit, and they have warped to the beacon at 0, while the Perihelion team is a typical kite setup at range, and the match is now underway with the Macarios burning in fast towards the Perihelion team. It looks like the Thrasher from Perihelion is taking point and trying to stop the Kadeshi team from advancing closer to them. The Macarios and the Hugins are burning in, while the Macarios are slowly getting in there as well. There's some ECM drones on the field, and we have a first loss for the Kadeshi team.
Yeah, First Blood was one of those carries on the Kadeshi team. The Perihelion kite team is all spreading out, trying to get away, but it doesn't look like they've gotten too far. The Kadeshi are pretty much in there and mixing it up with them.
And it looks like I made a mistake, actually. These Macarios are artillery fit because they are staying 0 at the beacon for some reason. They're starting to burn in now. I don't know if Seraina made a mistake or if he is actually artillery fit, but he stayed at the beacon until now, and it's only now starting to move towards the Perihelion team.
Both sides are shooting at the smaller ships on the enemy teams. All of Kadeshi's carries are now down, and I believe that was a Saber that just blew up on Perihelion's side.
Yes, lots of first bloods. Of course, there's a lot of alpha on the field here, as well as a lot of tackle, a lot of painting, and a lot of webs going on from the Kadeshi side, while Perihelion is trying desperately to maneuver around these Macarios and get some distance. And it looks like the first Hugin has been caught from the Perihelion team and is taking heavy damage from the Kadeshi team, and it blew up.
Ships are blowing up all over the place. A lot of really early ship destruction. You could see how quickly the Hugins... how quickly his health bars went down due to the high alpha of those artillery setups on the Kadeshi side.
And it looks like the Kadeshi team is putting their ECM drones on the Keresies from the Perihelion team, so to give them a little bit more lock range as well as lock speed, of course. We don't know which scripts they're running right now, but the Macarios are burning in towards the Tengus, and they are starting to catch up to them while they're taking down those Keresies. And it looks like Kadeshi is starting to take heavy fire on their Scimitar, which, of course, the Perihelion team does want to get down before they go on those Hugins and those Macarios. After this Scimitar goes down, we should see Perihelion team putting heavy fire on those Hugins so that their kite team is able to maneuver and move away from these Macarios. They do not want to be on top of them. I don't know why one Macario stayed at 0 on the beacon for so long, but it does look to me now, as I suspected before, that they are indeed autocannon fit.
They are autocannon fit. It looks like damage on the Perihelion side it lightened up for a bit. They didn't take any damage for a while. It seems like their kiting is working well for them, at least at this stage of the match.
Yes, well, the first Tengu has been caught and is taking heavy fire now at half shields, and we did have an out-of-boundary violation by the Perihelion team already. It is hard for a kiting team to keep mindful of where the hostile team is and where their team should be. But as we suspected, the Hugins, after the Scimitar blew up, went down very fast, and it looks like Kadeshi is taking a beating here from the Perihelion team. They have been able to kite long enough to take down those Hugins, and now we will see some interesting run around the circus kind of thing going on for the Perihelion team, and they should take this match quite comfortably.
Only 2 max left on the Kadeshi team. I don't think that's going to be enough to deal with the rest of what Perihelion has. Although it could be pretty hard to multitask with all the different stuff you have to deal with a kiting team. You have to pay attention to the boundaries. You have to listen to your FC. You have to watch your targets. So we might see some more of those boundary violations as they're trying to run away. But right now, it looks like one of the Tengus went down to Perihelion, but one of the Macarios on the Kadeshi side has taken heavy damage.
Yes, I think it's too little too late. The Macarios did catch up to that Tengu and put all of their newts, webs, and scrambles, whatever have they, on their mid slots on that that Tengu, and of course it did go down, but now Kadeshi has to catch up about 50 to 70 kilometers on these Tengus while they are kiting away from them, and it's going to be a little bit too little, too late, unfortunately, for the Kadeshi on their rush team to catch up to all of these Perihelion Tengus and win this match. Perihelion is going to take a victory here.
Yep, the first of the Max is about to go down, and boom, there he goes. One Macario left on the Kadeshi side. Perihelion still has 2 Tengus, a Drake, a Cormorant, and a Carries, and at this point, it's just a matter of time till that last Macario goes down.
Absolutely. Of course, this Macario does not really need to kite the Perihelion team. There is no point in denying points at this part of the match. He is being a douchebag though and flying away from the Perihelion team instead of boldly rushing through and trying to get few more bloods. I don't know why. Maybe he thinks he's still in the point matters matches, but he doesn't.
Mirko stinks. Victory. It's over.
Yes, it's over, dude. Just self-destruct. Just be a man.
Yes.
Charge that Carries and kill him.
See if you can get a Cormorant. Come on, Mirko stinks. We're all watching you. Yeah, at this point, points are not going to matter like they did in the group stages. There's extra time in the bracket stage that we're in today. It's 15-minute matches instead of the 10-minute matches that we had in the group stages. So we're probably not going to see as many of them come down to a time situation. And you're not going to have to build up points for later on in the tournament because this is elimination. Points only matter if you run out of time.
Yeah, maybe he thought that, well, I like this Mac. I want to keep this Mac. But, dude, it ain't going to happen. You're going to lose it. So you might as well lose it on style. And he looks like he has heard us. And he has just turned around and burning wildly towards the Tengus. But I think it's too little too late. You found your stuff a little bit too late, my friend. Marco stinks.
Sorry, buddy. Well, that's the end of it. Mirko Stinks' Macario is now in deep structure. He is about to explode. Perihelion is going to take the first victory of this elimination bracket, as most of us predicted.
And that is one exciting match there. Lots of stuff blowing up from both sides. Excellent, excellent start to the tournament. And with that, we're going to pass you over to the studio.